Hi, my name is Tamara Pierce. I'm one of the history teachers here at Bede Sixth Form. History is a really interesting and varied subject. To help you to pick something that you love, we have 2 history courses on offer here at Bede. I'm going to talk to you today about the modern course. In the modern course, you will be studying the theme of democracies in change in your first year. So we study the 2 democracies, Britain and the USA. So we'll start with Britain, that's our breadth study, so over a wide period of time, 1918 to 1997. So you'll be looking at topics such as political history, women's rights, race and immigration, the history of the welfare state, and Margaret Thatcher. And that's just a taste of some of the things that you'll be looking at. It's a really good unit, really interesting, and will help you give context to the country that you live in today and some of the events that we see happening in the world around us today. You'll then move on to your second unit, which is America from 1918 to 55. We'll start off with the Roaring Twenties and look at why they happened, but also look at the difficulties in the 1920s in America. So looking at topics like the KKK, looking at women's rights, looking at prohibition and organised crime. You'll then move on and you will look at the Wall Street crash and the reasons why that happened, moving on to the Great Depression and World War II, and then looking at how America transformed to be the superpower that it is today, so issues such as civil rights and the Cold War. So that's your first year, and you will have 2 exams, one in each of those units. The Britain exam is 2 hours 15 and is a range of essay writing and interpretations work, and the USA unit is 1 hour 30, looking at primary sources and essay writing. Then you'll move into your second year. Now in the second year, we're just going to add a little bit more depth to that knowledge. So we are going to start off with a bit of coursework. Now the coursework, you can do it on really any topic that you like as long as there is a debate around it. So this is where you get to pick something that you're really interested in rather than being told what you have to study. So whether it is something that we study here at Bede, something that you studied in your GCSEs, or something that you've never studied, you're just interested in, if you can find the debate and you can find the historians, then you can write your coursework on it. It's a really good point of any history course that you get a mix between coursework and exams. So regardless of where your skills are, you're doing a little bit of all of them. You'll then do our final unit, which is normally the most popular of all of our units on the modern course, and that is the witch craze. So looking at 1580 to 1750, and starting to look at why did the witch craze develop around 1580. So we'd always had beliefs in witchcraft, but why did it develop into a craze and why did we start to see executions? We then look at 5 case studies across Britain, North America and Europe, why they happened, what happened and why they ended, and then we look overall at what role did science and reason play in ending the witch trials. Again, you'll have an exam in that one, 2 hours 15, and you'll be looking at primary source material and essay writing. So how will you learn on the history course? We like to do a great variety of tasks to make sure that we're engaging all learners. So just some examples of things that we've done since the start of term. So we've had teaching from the front lessons, we've had group presentations, we've had group work, class discussions, independent research, and we will go on to do many more things. I've got a real emphasis on this course on both independent learning, so you being responsible for your own learning and taking an interest in the areas that you want to take an interest in, and also technology in the classroom. So how can we embed technology to make sure that you are learning to the best of your ability? So, reasons to join us here at Bede. Well, our history course has consistently high pass rates and we consistently have high student satisfaction. So our students are really happy with our course and always say that they feel that history prepares them both for study at university but also in the workplace. We have really good links with universities. Last year our students took a trip to Edinburgh University and were able to talk to their history department and history students about why they should study history in higher education. So one of the most frequent questions that we get on any history course is, what's next? What can I do with this? Well, luckily, history is one of the most respected subjects by both universities and employers. As part of the history course, I will not teach you what to think, but I will teach you how to develop your own independent thought. So you will gain skills such as evaluation and analysis and time management. They are all really respected at university and the workplace. Quite a lot of our students go on to study history or related courses at university, or go on to the workplace where they are able to put those skills into practice. What are some of the careers that you can do with a history degree or with a history A-level? You can do absolutely anything. So we have students going on to careers in everything from accounting to working in politics, to working in teaching and working as journalists. So you will need to have 7 GCSEs at grade 4 or above, and that will need to include GCSE Maths and GCSE English Language at a grade 5 or above. GCSE History at a grade 4 or above is desirable but not essential. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please do send them across to our email address, which is bede.enquiries@stockton.ac.uk. I'm looking forward to meeting you all.